Let's talk about drop shipping products for $30,000 a month in revenue, at least. Okay, so I want to share with you a few free hacks to find products that you can actually drop ship real fast in about 5 to 10 minutes or 15 minutes if you really have the right products. And we're talking about revenue of $30,000 per month. So here's the approach I really want you to pay attention to. So first of all, you need to really have a clear idea how to find the perfect dropshipping products. The thing is that you hear a lot of people talking about how to find this and through Google or whatever. There is a formula. There is a formula for finding the perfect dropshipping products. First of all, you need to find trending products because trending products are perfect for a dropshipping business. You want a product that are already popular. In other words, people are buying them. And the products that are currently trending are great options for your dropshipping store's inventory. So when you can't figure out the best-selling products, try to look into which products are trending. And if you manage to source trending dropshipping products for your store before other entrepreneurs discover them, you'll be able to take advantage of the low marketing fees and establish your brand as a top retailer of those products. So for instance, you have other like smaller marketplaces where you can just look into and see what products are trending. Let me give you an example. You have a Wish. So Wish is not as big as Amazon, but Wish is a great marketplace for finding, let's say, trending products. You can also try Google Trends. Google Trends is not a marketplace, so a lot of entrepreneurs do not go there. But if you know how to use Google Trends, you can actually spot out basically trending products before everybody else. Yeah, you can try another platform such as Kickstarter. So Kickstarter is really kind of close to, let's say, it's like an Indiegogo in terms of if you want to look into crowdsourcing, so you know exactly what the crowd wants, and that's what you want. You want to try innovative approaches when it comes to finding trending products. The bottom line is, if you go on Amazon and other places, your competitors are doing the same thing. So the first thing is you want to find trending products. Number two, you need to find a niche dropshipping product. It has to be niche related so that you can actually cater to a specific audience. Okay, you don't try to corner the whole market, so to speak. No, you want to go after a specific corner of the market. By the way, boss, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. Make yourself comfortable. We're going to have a wonderful conversation about how to make $30,000 a month dropshipping products. And the next thing you want to do here is you want to really do something. You want to do competitor product research. It's very important to understand that, again, going back to what I told you earlier, you're not the only dropshipper who is going to sell a product, but where you are different, where you can be actually win over in the long run is to know exactly what kind of products your competitors are selling and trying to sell similar products by lowering the price, or actually have all kinds of you can offer something else in terms of quality of service. That's one. Or you sell a substitute product. See, the thing is, if you are trying to compete on the same product, chances are the product might be already saturated, right? And if you want to avoid this saturation, it's better to go for a similar product or a product that is related. And the thing is that it really depends on your niche. It depends on your niche, and it depends on what your knowledge of that niche. If you know your niche very well, you know what your target audience in that niche will need. And it's really for you to be creative and provide that. And so the thing is that you want to look at possible competitors and research their products. Try to discover how they source and sell items. Maybe you can decipher their pricing strategy or possibly forecast potential new products that they will sell. By being able to have one step ahead of them, you can actually remain competitive. Okay, if competitors are selling a product you are considering, but you can't source those products at a similar price, problems could arise. It will be a great idea to cross those products off your list at the moment. So once you build a strong brand and customer loyalty, you can move back to this product option. Sometimes it's not just about fighting with your competitors all the time. Sometimes you have to actually choose your battles. You have to see, okay, do I have enough experience? Do I have enough time for this? Do I have enough resources for this? Number 4, you want to research product hashtags on TikTok. TikTok nowadays has become a very, very wonderful sort of source when it comes to finding dropshipping products that could that can really nail you up to $30,000 a month. So TikTok is a great place. There's a lot to be gained from the product related hashtags you see on TikTok. You can find ideas for your store's inventory by seeing what items have been featured in these tags. Okay, and some tags to check out include like TikTok made me buy it and viral products. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about dropshipping products for $30,000 a month, how to do the research and spot the wonderful product ASAP. You also need to search social shopping sites for product that sells. And the thing is, we're talking about social selling, like social shopping sites. The thing here is that, you need to generate ideas for dropshipping products constantly. And if you want to have if you want to be one step ahead of the competition, you need to actually be very innovative here. Especially if you are trying to sell, if you're trying to sell training product in your online store, you got to look at social shopping platforms. And social shopping sites are essentially e-commerce platforms where the shopping experience is shared with a social network of people. Which means what? People are communicating around their shopping experience, and this is kind of great for you. It's bonanza because it gives you intel you need to scale up your store. So sharing can include liking, commenting, recommending, or discussing products with others. And really, when you really analyze the whole process, the main premise for sellers on this site is using the recommendations and influence of others to gain more sales. So social shopping sites include, you have Pinterest, for instance, you have Wanello, you also have Etsy, and you have VFancy. So those are really good. The next thing I want you to do here is to join online communities to find products to dropship. The thing here is that, sometimes it's just great to get the wisdom from the crowd. You can actually do your own research. That's good. But at some point you can say, you know what, I want to tap into some kind of collective acumen, collective wisdom. So this is kind of cool. And you have a lot of communities, and those communities, they are actually everywhere. They are on Reddit, for instance. They are on Facebook. So really, you have to really see what really works for you, depending on your niche, depending on your past experience, depending upon the kind of time that you have. And you can also go on like you have on Facebook, for instance, you have Facebook groups. On Reddit, just go for the specific group that you want, and so that you have a clear idea. If you want to limit your dropshipping business to a country or a region, you can restrict your research to groups in these areas on those platforms. So those are totally possible. If you are trying to find dropshipping products that can earn you like up to $30,000 a month, go old school with Google. See, the thing is, everybody believes that Google is just for researching, like, how do I feel today? How do I solve my problem? Whatever, how do I find a loan? How do I get a credit card? But you can use Google for much more than that. Google remains one of the best tools to find dropshipping products that sell. Simply tap the phrase products following your niche, baby, wellness, fashion, and you will be presented with many websites discussing or featuring relevant items. And the cool thing you want to do here is you want to bookmark the ones that pique your interest so that you can revisit them later to research items for your store. It's all about getting the right intel, right? When you start, it's really important to get the right intel from the get-go. And you can try out other queries. People are going crazy over these products. This item went viral. More interesting items in this year. You can try unique last-minute gift ideas. So it's all about trying a couple of things to see which will stick. And you can try to use a product research tool. Yeah, because see, the whole thing is that if you don't have time, or you want to have some kind of expertise in the whole process, then you can try to automate things. I mean, we tell our clients all the time to automate things. No matter how experienced you think you are, if you are going to scale at some point, it's important for you to automate stuff. So a product research tool is a software tool that uses sophisticated algorithms to analyze millions of products across different marketplaces. And so the purpose is to help store owners evaluate an item's potential based on data points like current order volumes, sales history, and the number of Shopify store selling these products. This is kind of cool. And based on our research, we have seen that several dropshipping product research tools are available on the market, but we actually, recommend a few of them. You have Sell the Train, you have Deezers, you have eProlo. So you have a lot of players in this field. And one thing I also want to say here is that, those software tools, they help you find thousands of winning products to dropship based on hard data. And they also help you import the items into your Shopify store and even create Facebook video ads from AliExpress product images so you can market them to your customers. So those are really good. I mean, you have, so besides Sell the Train, you have a Niche Scraper, you have Ecom Hunt, you have AliShark, you have a lot of players. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about dropshipping products for $30,000 a year. How do you actually get the whole process going, and how to get this really, really quickly? Like, do the research within 10 to 15 minutes. Let me give you a few considerations when selecting products to dropship. It's important to understand that, obviously you do research to find the products that you need to dropship. But once you find the products, how do you actually decide on this product versus that one? Like, how do you actually make sure that you're picking a product that is really good for you? First of all, you want to determine your price range. Everything starts with the price range, and you got to ask yourself, okay, is price an important criterion for my audience? Do they care about pricing? How price sensitive are they? And so the price has to be high enough for you to generate some revenue. Otherwise, you'll be wasting your time, which you don't want to do anyway. So basically, like with all businesses, you need to make a profit with dropshipping for it to be a good decision. After doing your prior research and noting the prices that competitors charge, you need to look at shipping rates, supplier pricing, and other business costs to decide if this business model is for you and your online store. And you need to also have some reasonable markup opportunities, because see, the thing is that for you to be successful, you have to have a markup strategy that is not only great for your store that keeps you in business, but it's also not too high for the customer. Okay, so that's a balance that is not very easy to strike, and sometimes very complicated. But if you are going to be in this field for a long haul, then you want to think about that. You want to really find ways to actually get certain things done right off the bat. And one thing I want to say here is that it's all about what matters to you. It's all about what's important for you. At some point, you're going to have to readjust your strategy to make sure that your pricing really reflects where the market wants to go. The thing is, if you are trying to have a dropshipping product for $30,000 in revenue every month, you need to select a supplier for your dropshipping products. See, the thing is that your supplier has to be really reliable, but it also has to be prompt, so that if a customer places an order, they don't actually take forever to actually fulfill the order, to pick, pack, and ship the product. And one thing you need to make sure is that you have the supplier ready. If the supplier is in China, is in whatever or Latin America, they make sure that they are reacting. They will ship the product promptly. And if the supplier is in the United States or EU, then things are a little easier. And so select a supplier for your dropshipping products. You want to deal with delivery times. Delivery times are just so important. That's what I just said. That you do not want, if you place an order from a supplier based in China, and the average shipping time is like 3 to 4 weeks. The question is, are you comfortable waiting that long? Is your customer comfortable waiting that long? Because the last thing you want is that actually promise something that you can't really deliver on. You have to always keep your promises. This is so important. And I also want to say that when we talk about these things in general, we have to pay attention to the kind of promises you are given. One thing you need to understand, when you talk about shipping, make sure that you talk about shipping, but also the quality of the product after shipping. See, the thing is, some products are more sensitive to longer shipping delays or shipping times than others. So you have to actually make sure that your product doesn't fit into those categories. And if it does, then you have in place systems, capabilities, and I would say workarounds to make sure that the customer will always get its products on time. It's all about the customers. Remember, it's all about the customers. At the end of the day, for you to survive in this industry, you need to provide exactly what the customer wants. Otherwise, you'll be out of the industry as soon as possible. And also, one thing I want to say before closing to this conversation is that when we talk about I just want to say that you need to have a clear idea about certain things that really will always work no matter what. So I want to really talk about, if you were to start dropshipping today, there are a few things you need to pay attention to, especially if you are trying to have like a large sort of revenue model where you can make $30,000 a month in and out. It's really important to understand that you want to pay attention to the best dropshipping products when it comes to revenue potential. We're talking about wardrobe and accessories. You have kitchen and grocery, health and personal care. You have a home and a bedroom, office products, cell phone accessories, gaming accessories, car accessories, tools, and home improvement. So those are elements that you need to pay attention to. And so if you're looking for dropshipping product inspiration, look into Google Trends. You want to look on platforms such as Kickstarter, for example. Think about social shopping sites. As I told you, you have Pinterest, Wanello, Fancy. You want to look at competitor sites so you have a clear idea how they're playing the game. Look at online communities. For example, you have best products, shut up and take my money. And I mean, there are so many groups, so many platforms that allow you to have that kind of info. So the bottom line here is that it's all about your strategies. It's all about the target audience that you're going after, because you can have a strategy, but if that strategy is not in sync with what your target audience is looking for, you're not going to sell. Remember, the bottom line here is to actually generate at least $30,000 a month, and without spending too much time at the beginning. So you have to really be specific. Really, you have to really go after a specific kind of product and go after a specific target audience and really work your way up. If this is your opinion, or if this is your goal, the bottom line here is that you want to make sure that your product, the product that you are selling, actually are what the market is looking for. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to generate that much money. So always do research in terms of popular trends. Do research in terms of the best products before you do anything. I want to insist on that. Before you do anything. All right, let's quickly do a recap here. So I just so in today's conversation, I spoke to you about dropshipping products for $30,000 a month, at least. I explained to you the approach, and I talked to you about the key considerations you have to think about when selecting products to dropship. And I also explained to you the importance of delivery time. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll speak to you another time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.